Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome joining Water Wednesday, new resident's guide to Florida's environment. If this is your first time joining us, you may wonder what is Water Wednesday? So Water Wednesday started in 2020 as a weekly Facebook live session. We cover a wide range of topics. Typically, these topics are about 10 to 20 minutes, such as how to build your rain barrel, how to make your own beeswax food wraps, always how we can save for water in our gardening or in our landscape. And in 2023 and 2024, we brought this virtual program in person and had some hands-on demonstration in Lake County Discovery Garden. And fast forward to 2026, we're still hosting Water Wednesdays, and we're hosting Water Wednesdays every month, just shifted the topics a little bit. And this year we have a new focus, is how to help new residents understand essential environmental topics during their first year in the States. So here you can see a complete list of the topics, so cover from the seasons to water to landscape, and to today it's during the summertime. It's how to help us understand Florida homes. And the next month it will be summer lawn and irrigation. So I think most of you have attended the previous Water Wednesdays. You already know how this works. For some new folks here, just want to let you know, as I mentioned, it's a monthly webinar. You already see the topics, and you will hear research-based information from IFAS Extension, and you can have live Q&A time with the presenters at the end of the presentation, but you can always put in your questions anytime. We'll have interactive quizzes during the sessions, and after the webinar, we'll post the recordings and the recap blog on our Water Wednesday website, which I will put in the chat box in a minute. A little bit housekeeping about this webinar. First, I just want to see if everyone can use your chat box. So if it's a functional for you. So if you don't mind, let's test the setting here. So in the chat box, just tell us how long you have lived in Florida. So I know it takes a little bit of time to type. As you type here, I also want to mention is chat box will use to share like these links with you. But once we start our presentation, we'll disable the chat box because we want to use the Q&A function, which you will see it's just two chat box together, just to have all these questions in the Q&A session. It can help us really streamline the questions. Even we cannot answer your questions during the live webinar, we'll also try to address these questions in our recap blog. And looking at the chat seems great. Seems like you figured out we have some new residents, maybe just moved here, even just a month, and some have lived here for over 30 years. Oh, I see a new winner here. Someone has lived here for 46 years, but it's on and off. That's awesome. I hope you can pick something new from this webinar. And a little bit exciting news. I need to back up a little bit so you can see my camera. So I mentioned we have the quiz here. So for these participants who finish all the quiz, it doesn't have to be correct, just need to finish all the quizzes and the exit survey, which I'll mention later. You will enter to win this $200 worth of water testing kit. It's for home water testing. I think I taped it. It's hard to open. So only requirement is just to complete all these quiz questions, and once we finish the presentation, finish the whole webinar, there's an exit survey. So once you finish these, you will enter to win, and we will contact the winner directly on how to receiving this kit. And with that, I want to we'll move to today's topic. So I hope everyone's having a good summer, and I think this topic is so timely. The topic is understanding Florida homes, humidity, mold, and energy use. And our speaker for today is Lisa Hamilton. Lisa has served as a UF IFAS Extension Family and Consumer Science Agent in Volusia County since 2015 and Associate Program Leader of Housing and Education since 2024. She provides financial and housing education and counseling, is passionate about helping people improve their financial well-being. So with that, welcome, Lisa, and I will hand it to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you, Yilin, for having me, and I will share my screen. This is a very interesting topic. Understanding Florida homes, humidity, mold, and energy use. We could talk about each one of those things all day, really, but we're not going to. Just by way of introduction again, I work for the University of Florida IFAS Extension. That is one of the oldest colleges at the University of Florida, and UF IFAS Extension has a partnership with every county in the state. So you have access to a lot of resources and education through our programming. The University of Florida is an equal opportunity provider. We're really dedicated to reaching all the residents of the state. And so if you or anyone that you know needs accommodations to participate in our education, all you have to do is ask. We have a lot of fun, amazing programming. Not everything is available in every county, but most of it is available around the state. We have agriculture and livestock agents who work with ranchers and growers. We have natural resource agents who take people out into the paradise that we have around us to learn about our environment and how to enjoy it. The 4-H Youth Development Program is a wonderful program available all over the state. They work with kids and do everything from public speaking to robotics and animal husbandry, everything. It's really great. Horticulture, we have commercial horticulture and residential horticulture, and right there in your county is an amazing resource to help you improve the landscape of your home. And then we have my area, family and consumer sciences. So now as Yulin said, I do housing and financial education primarily. I'm a HUD certified housing counselor. I'm an accredited financial counselor. So I work a lot with financial well-being topics and then a lot of housing education topics. And it was so interesting to be invited to do this presentation because it brings together a lot of the training that I've had around helping homeowners improve their housing stability and also their affordability of their homes. So we're going to jump right into this topic. Understanding Florida homes is a great topic, Elin, because Florida has a unique climate, as we all know from living here. The heat and the humidity create a very distinct situation where we're trying at all times to battle the outside and to keep our inside temperate and comfortable and healthy. The humidity and the heat have a lot of effects on our air conditioning efficiency and our energy consumption. So these things go right along together. The humidity and moisture issues, the moisture and humidity that's outside really does impact the indoor air quality, the health aspects of your home, your indoor home, and also your maintenance requirements. And so I think this is a very interesting way to slice the kind of a home maintenance topic. So I'm going to give you some practical research-backed guidance on managing the humidity and then tie it into energy efficiency. And I had to put a little water in there because it's Water Wednesday. When I teach all of my home care related classes, I always focus on HUD's healthy home principles. They're up to like 11 different principles of ways to keep your home healthy. And so today we're really going to be focusing around keeping it dry, keeping it well ventilated, keeping it thermally controlled, and also keeping it affordable. So we're going to talk a lot about ways to save money and still keep yourself comfortable in your home in Florida during the summer. Section 1 is humidity and indoor air quality. And we're going to jump off with a poll. Rebecca, you want to issue the first poll? So here's a question for you that revolves around, how does your air conditioner help control humidity in your home? Does it filter moisture out through the air vents? Does it cool the air, causing moisture to condense on the evaporator coil and drain away? Does it circulate outdoor air to dilute indoor moisture? Does it use chemical desiccants to absorb water vapor? What do you think? And Rebecca's going to let us know when percent or a majority of you guys have responded. So please take a moment, and if you're having any technical problems, let us know. I feel like we need a little musical background, a musical interlude for this. All right, thanks. Rebecca says we're at the percentage, so she's going to close the poll in 5 seconds. So if you're waiting to vote, please do it now. All right, the poll's closed, and you guys, 100% of you. I wondered if this one was too easy, but it's just an opening question. So yes, 100% got it right. It definitely is that the air conditioner cools the air, causing moisture to condense on the evaporator and drain away. Your air conditioner is a dehumidifier first. Warm air passes over the cold evaporator coils inside the unit. The moisture condenses, just like on a cold glass in a humid day, and then it drains away through the condensate line. And that means the result is that cooler and drier air returns to your living space. This is why it is so essential in Florida that your HVAC unit is properly sized for your home, and also that you're maintaining it properly. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. I also wanted to make sure we define humidity, this humidity thing we're talking about. Relative humidity is a measure of the moisture content in the air. 100% of relative humidity is air that's fully saturated with moisture, holding as much moisture as it can along with everything else. So you know, if you've been here, especially now, that in Florida, our relative humidity can exceed 80–90%. But we don't want that in our house. So, and of course, every time you're opening the door, the humidity is coming in. If you have leaks, air leaks in the house, the humidity is coming in. And so it affects your environment immediately. It can cause, certainly, it may not be comfortable when it's humid in your home, but it can cause health problems for some people. It could reduce the air quality, and it can actually collect in your upholstery, and it can damage some of your belongings, and it can also be a structural problem on your home, which we'll see when we talk about mold. So, okay, what is the right humidity level for a Florida home? We're told that the relative humidity in our home should be about 55%, above 55%, and it can increase the risk of mold growth, and you might not feel as comfortable in your home. So, you know, it varies. People have subjective in their feelings. How do you know if your home is at the right level of humidity? If you're hitting that 55%, and many thermometers, especially in recently built homes, have a hygrometer or a lever, a little lever that you can adjust the humidity level in the house. If you don't have that, if you have an older unit or older thermostat, you can purchase a hygrometer really inexpensively at a lot of different stores. And you can put it in any room. You can also put it outside, which I did. I put mine on my back porch because I wanted to see what the humidity was out there. Just to kind of get an idea, of what that humidity level is in the house, and, if you're comfortable or not comfortable, and then maybe why. So humidity is being aware of the level of humidity in your home is a very good idea. You're wanting, it is a measure really of how well your AC is functioning. If you're having a constant problem with the air being humid in the house, then maybe you need to look to maintaining your AC or replacing your AC unit. Again, you want to make sure it's the right size. And University of Florida does recommend, especially for new Floridians, that you get a maintenance contract on your air conditioning unit. That way, they're going to automatically schedule 2 maintenance visits each year. They're going to call you, schedule them, come out, make sure it's well maintained. If there's any problems, they're going to let you know. And also, if you've got that contract, and if you happen to have an older unit, if it freezes up or goes out on you on the hottest day in August, then you will be at the top of the list for getting a repair call. You know, that's a benefit of having the maintenance contract. So other things that you can do to reduce that humidity in the house are using your exhaust fans that are in the bathrooms or in the kitchens, right? That's going to pull out the moisture and cycle the air in rooms where there may be high humidity, bathrooms, kitchens. If you are a do-it-yourselfer kind of person, and really we all should know how to check the condensate drain line on our unit. Here's a picture of one right here. You just open the top of the pipe. They will grow algae, sometimes lint, other things can get in there. It's important to clean it. Make sure you wear gloves, maybe eye protection if that's a concern. You can use very, very diluted bleach. All of the box stores make a product that you can use in there. You can also use white vinegar, just to keep the water that's condensating there clean, because you don't want things growing in your air conditioning unit. And I'll just say too that, to keep that humidity in check, you really do want to seal around, really check your doors and windows. I was talking on the phone the other day, walking through my house, standing in the living room, and I looked and I could see light through my front door, which tells me, that I need to get some of the insulation and get it in there and seal that crack so that I'm not air conditioning the outside or actually pulling more humid air into my house. And then finally here on keeping it in check, if you have a problem area, a closet that's musty, a laundry room that doesn't get a lot of circulation, all of those things, you can get a portable dehumidifier. And I'm going to advocate all through this presentation that you get a fan. Fans are your friend. Keeps the air flowing and it costs less money, which you'll see later on. Okay, now we're going to go on to mold. Mold, Florida is a perfect storm for mold growth. It is a perfect place for mold to grow. Mold is a living organism, right? It reproduces through airborne spores, and spores travel everywhere. They're everywhere outside and inside. You cannot get rid of them. But what you can do is control the conditions in which they will grow. So that's what we're going to learn about in this section. Mold needs 3 things to grow. It needs high humidity, moisture. It needs a food source, some kind of organic food source. It can be soap scum. It can be drywall board. Any of those things count as food for mold. And in Florida, and it needs warmth, right? It needs the temperature to be warmer. So conversely, if you're trying to reduce mold's growth, you're going to get low humidity, you're going to clean it, and you're going to reduce the temperature and the airflow in the room. We'll talk more about that. In Florida, we have such a long, humid season that really mold concerns here are year round. All right, next poll, Rebecca, are you ready? What is the most effective first step to prevent mold in our homes? You can see the poll up. What is the most effective first step in preventing mold growth in your Florida home? Should you apply mold-resistant paint to the walls? Should you run exhaust fans in the kitchen and bathroom? Should you control indoor humidity and fix moisture sources promptly? Should you clean surfaces weekly with bleach? Which is the most effective first step? And as before, Rebecca let us know when the majority of you have done this. All right. Looks like we are at the majority, and the poll will close in 5 seconds. So get your answers in. Thanks, Rebecca. Here we go. All righty. Right. So most of you said controlling indoor humidity and fixing moisture sources. Yes, that is the exact right answer. But I have to give credit to our person who said running exhaust fans in the kitchen and the bathroom too, because yes, I think that definitely counts as a right answer. Super important. Thank you. So when it comes to mold in our homes, prevention is our best defense, right? Keeping that humidity down. If you have any kind of leak, you need to fix that immediately. Especially if you notice if you're smelling mold, and this is the rule. If asking myself, do I have mold? Do I smell mold? Can I see something that looks discolored like it could be mold? Then yes, it is mold. And all mold is harmful to humans and to our animals. And so you really need to address it. In order to prevent it in your bathrooms and the kitchens, the recommendation is to run your exhaust fans for like 15 or 20 minutes. I also open my doors. I don't close the door. I actually open the bathroom door. I have one bathroom that's just always very, very, very humid, right? So I have to stay on top of it. Like I said, in order to combat mold growth, you need to increase the airflow, reduce the humidity, reduce the temperature, and then reduce the surface, the food source that it has. So in order to clean mold, it's really actually very easy to clean household mold. Most of it is going to be in a smaller spot, smaller area, and you're going to wipe it away. You can use diluted bleach if you want to, but that can be caustic to your lungs. So really, mold is very easy to kill and to wipe away and clean. You can use the vinegar, diluted vinegar. You can also use diluted hydrogen peroxide. For example, like a 1/3 peroxide and 2/3 water mixture in a little bottle. That is very effective on cleaning mold. Vinegar is effective. A lot of people use tea tree oil. They'll use other things that they feel more comfortable about using in the house. All of those things are fine. What's really important is that you're going to wipe it up and then you're immediately going to bag up that cloth or paper towel or whatever you're using, because you don't want to be carrying mold spores through the house, spreading the mold that's now on the cloth. And then also, once you have cleaned it, then you got to make sure it stays dry. I think that to me is the most important thing. In my bathroom that has a problem, I have a shower stall that has a really humidity, damp corner that grows mold if I don't treat it. And I use baking soda in there. And so after somebody showers, I throw just a little quarter-size dollop of baking soda in that corner to make sure that that corner is always going to be dry. And I have found that that worked really well. So I think for most of us in Florida homes, we're treating smaller household issues. That's what I'm talking about. We'll talk more about if we have a bigger problem. When to call a professional. So the EPA guidelines recommend that if the mold area is larger than 10 square feet, if it's something, you've had a water intrusion, you've had a leak, you've had a spill, you've had something that happened behind a wall and you didn't realize it, and now all of a sudden you're smelling mold and you're seeing discoloration, that's a time to call a professional. If you think something is behind the walls, if there's something, maybe HVAC leak somewhere, something like that. If you have unexplained musty odors, then you might want to consult a professional. I did have someone call us. They actually had a leak under the foundation and they found it because she was smelling mold in the closets, right? The closets were the things that were getting musty and out of control. So if you got something extreme like that, if you have people that are having unexplained respiratory problems and symptoms or allergies, those kinds of things, that can happen sometimes if there's been a roof leak and there can be mold, in the roof that you might not be able to see, but somebody's having a reaction to it. That's a reason to seek professional assistance. They'll come out, they've got different kinds of testing that they can do. So you would, get a price up front, find out what they're going to do. And then you could work with a professional to have that problem solved. All right. I'm really trying to hit the high points with you guys. So those are the key things about mold and taking care of mold. And we're going to move to energy and water. And I tried to focus on small, like no cost, low cost changes that you can make that actually have real savings for you. And here we are. We're going to start first with a poll this time. And thank you, Rebecca. We have launched the poll. Which simple low-cost action can reduce your cooling cost by up to 10% in your Florida home? Is it replacing your filter monthly? Is it installing ceiling fans and raising your thermostat? Is it adding a second AC unit in the bedroom? Or is it replacing all exterior doors? What do we think? So far, you guys have been really, you know your stuff. So let's see if the trend continues. All right. Rebecca says the majority have replied, and we are closing in 5 seconds. Here come the results. Okay, we've got 2 really good answers again. So the official right answer is installing ceiling fans and raising your thermostat by a few degrees. Doing that will actually save you, 10% on your energy costs, which it's a significant amount. But I have to give credit to the 3 people who said replacing your AC filter monthly, because if that AC filter gets dirty, it will reduce the efficiency of your air conditioner and actually increase your costs. So thank you for participating. Very good. All right. Yes, your air conditioner is the largest energy consumer in your Florida home, typically 40 to 50% of the energy bill. The second one is going to be your water heater, then appliances and electronics. Lighting, people always ask about that. Most of us now are doing pretty well using LED light bulbs and the other energy efficient light bulbs. So that's not so much a significant cost. But I will tell you that understanding how you're using energy really is the first no cost method of reducing your energy cost. So the first most cost effective step is to understand how much energy are we using, and maybe where are we using the most. You can do a home energy audit yourself. There are professionals that'll come out and do blower door tests and thermal imaging. You can get equipment that'll tell you how much each appliance is using and those kinds of things. But a really simple DIY energy audit is making sure that all of your windows are fully closed, that there's no air leaks, that like me, you don't have a crack in your front door where air is coming in and out. Maybe if you've got old aging equipment, it's not efficient. Really taking an audit of what you have and what energy costs you could improve just by doing some basic maintenance on your home. But another no-cost energy savings practice is checking out the website of your power provider. This is Florida Power and Light, which happens to be who I use. And they have an energy dashboard. In fact, they all do. All of the providers have energy dashboard where you can go into your account and learn a lot about what you are using. There's an energy analyzer function that'll help you assess your energy use in your home. There's a mobile app for it as well. It's a really no-cost, great way to do your own energy assessment. Also, looking at your bill, really looking at the bill. They're going to tell you what your comparisons are this month, last month. You're going to see what your wattage is, what it's costing you. There's more details here on actually how we are billed for energy, which was a surprise to me. But I'm not going to get into those weeds today. And I'm saying looking at and understanding your bill is an important part of an energy assessment that can help you reduce your cost. Now, here's an energy dashboard. This graph is on your bill, but it's also going to be part of an energy audit, that dashboard that you can look at. You can see, that we all know when we use the most and when we use the least, but maybe understanding a little bit more in depth about that and then determining, should I go on a budget plan? That can help make your energy more affordable, from the affordability point of view. Another no cost or very low cost energy savings that we talked about in the poll is raising that thermostat. Now, here's a controversial statement. I'm just going to go out here on a limb. The U.S. Department of Energy recommends that we set our thermostats at 78 degrees Fahrenheit every day, 82 degrees when we're away, and actually 85 degrees when we are sleeping at night, then with using our ceiling fans. And I know that's controversial because in my house, we have the constant battle of the thermostat. My husband wants it colder and I want it warmer. And so we have to come to a happy medium. But what I found interesting about this is that each degree lower than recommended, meaning each degree below 78, increases cooling costs by approximately 3% per year. So, if you're that 72-degree family, that's it's okay with me if you keep your house at 72 degrees when you're there. But maybe you think about some other strategies to turn the thermostat up while you're away when you don't need it that cold in the house. For example, there are programmable and smart thermostats out there that are relatively inexpensive in the $300 range that you can get an app for. You can actually raise the temperature when you're gone. You can lower the temperature as you're driving home so the house is cooler when you get there. It's a way also to monitor what's going on with the thermostat, the temperature of the house. Because I know sometimes I set it at 77, but it's super hot outside, and now it's 79 in the house. So, if you've got an old thermostat, it may be time. Think about getting a newer thermostat that has more controls that helps you increase your energy efficiency. And here's the number one answer is ceiling fans, right? Fans, even box fans and ceiling fans. Ceiling fans don't cool the air, they cool the people. So it creates airflow and it cools you off. The U.S. Department of Energy says a ceiling fan allows you to raise the thermostat by 4 degrees Fahrenheit with no reduction in comfort. And now I'm going to have to test that with my husband. But if we could go up 4 degrees and just really use fans, the ceiling fans in all the rooms, and possibly a stand fan or a box fan, which is low cost to operate, then, saving hundreds of dollars over the years with our air conditioner, it might be worth it. Now, on fans, you remember to turn the fans off when you leave the room. They cool people, not places. And you can, there's a switch on your fan that will allow you to change the direction of the blades so that, in the summertime, you want it going counterclockwise. All right. Now, one last thing here in the energy section that I really wanted to share with you is the idea of vampire energy. So here's my next poll question, Rebecca. Okay. What is vampire energy load in a home? Is it a power surge that damages appliances during a storm? Is it energy consumed by devices while they are switched off or in a standby mode? Is it the extra energy used when an AC unit starts up? Is it power lost through wiring in older homes? So let me know, what do you think vampire energy load is? I'm curious about how many of us know this, because sometimes people do and sometimes they don't. All righty. We got 5 seconds left. Thank you, Rebecca. The poll's going to close in 5 seconds, and then let's see how we did. And here come the responses. All right. Yes, most of you got the answer, 91%. Vampire energy is the energy consumed by devices while they are switched off or in standby mode. Did you know that our devices do use some energy? And thank you for our person who said the extra energy used when the AC unit starts up. I thought that was a pretty enticing answer myself. So let's talk about this. vampire energy. Now it's better than it used to be. Our appliances, many of our appliances used to use a lot more vampire kind of power than they do now. It has improved, but it is energy that is still used by devices in the house when they're off or on standby mode. Now, we know that our appliances account for 5 to 10% of the average household bill. So we're told that if this is something you utilize low cost or no cost tools to reduce, that it will have an appreciable, measurable savings on your energy. Right now, the worst offenders are cable boxes, gaming consoles, older televisions, older devices, phone chargers, which are plugged in all over my house everywhere, all the time, and home office equipment, which is left on. I mean, I have a home office. My husband has an office, and so do I. And the printer and the monitors and everything is plugged in and on and run, ready to go as soon as you touch a key, right? So these devices, even though they're off, they're still drawing a little bit of power. And it's a super simple fix for this. They make all kinds of power strips that smart power strips that you can get an app on your phone and turn things off. I've actually on my desk now got a power strip. Everything's plugged into the power strip. I turn the power strip off, and sometimes I just unplug the power strip for the home office equipment. Now, your cable box, you're not going to unplug that. Your gaming equipment, the games, all the entertainment center, those kinds of things. But there's a lot of power strips that will have maybe one dedicated always on strip, and the others can be turned off either by manually or using a smart app. So if that's something, if you're motivated to try to reduce your vampire energy bill, then there's some reasonably low cost ways of doing that. And the no cost way is just unplugging everything that you don't need to run while you're gone. Okay. Woo. Well, it's Water Wednesday, so I had to put a couple things about water conservation in here, and we're going to go really fast through these last couple of things. One more poll. How much water does the average Florida household waste per year simply by running the tap or shower while waiting for hot water to arrive? They call it wait water, W-A-I-T. So is that 500 to 1,000 gallons, 1,000 to 2,000, 3,000 to 4,000, or 6,000 to 8,000? So how much water do you think we are using while we're waiting for it to get hot? What do we think? I'm very curious about this one too. This one I did not know, and Yi Lin shared with me that she didn't know either. So, all right, I think we are at 70%. So 5 seconds. Oh, there it goes. And now the results are dun, 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 dun. Oh, wow, we're all over the place on this one. The correct answer is 3,000 to 4,000 gallons. And I think I've got a screen that drills down into that a little bit more. So now the correct answer is 3,000 to 4,000 gallons if you're, I think if you're waiting like maybe 2 minutes to get in. But if you are waiting 5 minutes or more to get in, it could be easily be 6,000 to 8,000 gallons. And so let's see what we think about that as we go through. Okay, so as I said, it's called wait water. Wait water is the water that runs down the drain while you wait for the hot water to arrive, and 3,000 to 4,000 gallons per year is average. If you're using a bathroom that's further away from the hot water heater, it's going to be more. If you're closer to the hot water heater, it's going to be less. So here's the statistic that I base things on. A shower head that uses 2 to 2.5 gallons per minute. So if you wait 2 minutes for the hot water to come, then that's 4 to 5 gallons for just 2 minutes. So I know me, I've got a bad habit of turning it on and then getting distracted and going somewhere, doing something else and coming back. And so After I learned this fact, now I've changed my practice so that if I know I'm going to leave the bathroom after I turn the shower on, I turn it off and then I come back. There are some solutions out there. You make hot water recirculating pumps. There's tankless water heaters. Some people are installing those closer to the point of use. And then I do have a friend, a very frugal girl, who collects the cold water in a plastic bucket in her shower and uses it to water her plants. And I have thought about doing that, but I'm not sure how my husband's going to react. But like I said, the practice that I've decided to do was just be more diligent about not letting it run, to reduce that cost. Here's another one related to water. And I found this is interesting. So silent toilet leaks are a very common cause of high water bills. And I did not realize this. So it is recommended that once a year, we homeowners actually use what's called the food coloring tank test. You drop a drop of food coloring in the tank, and if it comes through into the bowl, then you have some kind of leak if you didn't flush it when you did that. So it can be a silent leak. It's usually the flapper valve that has come a little bit loose. So the water is continuously draining, but not enough that you hear it, hence it being called a silent leak. So they're recommending that we do it every year. It's an easy fix. If this is happening, then you can easily fix the flapper on the toilet. And I would love to, we'd love to hear back if you give it a try, if you find that happens. And maybe, if you've got older units, then, you're more likely to be worn, and that can happen. And also the water heater. All right, so we learned earlier that the water heater is the second largest energy consumer in the house. But I wondered, well, don't we use a lot of water from our water heater? And actually, the water heater is lower down on the list. Toilets use the most water because they're using cold water. Faucets, washers, all of those things are using more cold water than hot water. So the water from the hot water heater is not as high on the water use list, but high on the energy use list. It also, your water heater, the health of your water heater, the status, the maintenance of it can affect how much weight water you're using, how long it takes to get hot and get to the shower or the sink. So understanding how to maintain it is important because it is one of the most overlooked energy efficiency appliances. And so here's some quick tips to reduce the cost. So one thing is to lower the temperature to 120 degrees. Most of our water heaters come factory set at 140. So very easy to change it to 120, and that will reduce the cost. Insulating the tank. And I looked up the statistics on that. And so if you wrap insulation around the tank and also around about 6 feet of the pipe where the hot water is coming out, that can actually hold the heat in, right? It reduces the loss of heat, so thereby reducing the energy usage. Also, of course, recommended that you reduce your use of hot water, right? So don't wash clothes in hot water, wash them in cold, wash them in warm, run a full dishwasher, anywhere where you use hot water, take a shorter shower, use shower timers, there's all kinds of things out there. And one last point. So manufacturers recommend that you flush the tank of sediment every year, right? That you actually flush out the sediment from your water heater. And that's going to improve its efficiency, right? You're going to have less sediment in the bottom, meaning that the tank is going to be more efficient and effective. However, if you have never done this and your tank is older, it's not recommended that you do it because that sediment may have settled into any kind of imperfections, that are in the tank. And if you all of a sudden drain that out, you might end up destroying your tank. So you don't want to do that. And, always follow manufacturer's recommendations. Your manufacturer's booklet is attached to your water heater. Read it, look at it, and consult a professional before you do anything. There's lots of great YouTube videos on how to flush your tank. And this is my last little slide here. So I'm going to recap things that you can do to save money. Buy a hygrometer or check your home's humidity level, right? Keep that down. Run those fans to reduce the humidity, but also to cool the air. Do the dye test on your toilet. Plug electronics into smart power strips or turn them off. Raise that thermostat, and bring in more fans, ceiling fans, box fans. Contact your utility company about a free home energy audit, right? Use the tools that they give you there, and then check your water heater's age and maintain it. I have a screen here with resources for Florida homeowners, and I think I've covered most of these except the St. Johns River Water Management District has a great website with stuff. Energy Star, Energy Sense, all of those things are great places to find more information on this topic. And with that, I will ask you to please, let us have your questions, comments, but we do ask for you if you will take a moment. I have a QR code here. That is a survey to ask you to let me know what you learned in this class and also give me any feedback about it. And I'll give it back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. I love all these practical like tips or guidance to help us to navigate Florida homes. That's awesome. We do have a couple questions. For folks, if you are not taking the survey, or if you have any questions, so you can put into the Q&A and go back to take the survey. And we will really appreciate your feedback, see what you have learned and how we can improve our webinars, particularly to this topic. For the questions, so one question is really good. It's about the mold here. So what about the mold in wood furniture? So seems like nothing works so far.
Can you tell me more about that? Are you saying that you've got mold that's grown in the grains? And is it rough wood or smooth wood that it's on?
Yeah. So if you can help us clarify this question, so I think Lisa may provide a better answer to that because at this point, they're just asking mold in wood furniture.
That's not something that I've seen in any of our training. I was trying to picture something in my house that might have wood growing on it. If it's dining room table, if it's legs of a sofa, I just wonder if there's upholstery that has molded and maybe the wood has gotten, saturated or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So if you can clarify that, we can come back to that question. So a little bit details. Another question is about raising the air conditioner temperature. So doesn't raising the temperature raise the humidity?
It can, but at 78 degrees, your air conditioner should be, that's pretty temperate. And no, that's a fairly low temperature in terms of humidity. So, and I question this because I teach classes on closing your seasonal home, and the recommendation is, you leave it at 82, you leave it at 85. But no, the research shows that even at 82 or 85 degrees, if you leave the home for an extended period of time, that the fact that it runs at night and that it will kick on and run when the temperature is high will prevent any problems from humidity in the house. I questioned that too.
Yeah, you remind me one time I visited a LEED certified home. Actually, it's in Florida. It's a really cool house, but that house has a special made AC. So when I entered the house, I believe the temperature was 82 or 85. I really forgot. It was a very high temperature. I shouldn't say very. It's a higher temperature setting. But we all walk in, we felt it was really cool. And the owner told us, because the special made AC really lowered the humidity. It's much lower than average. So 82 felt like it was like 70 some
Wow.
degrees. It was really, I was very surprised to find that out.
And of course, it's going to vary by house and by air conditioning unit.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of, my house has a lot of sliding glass doors and stuff, and boy, I can tell a huge difference. When the sun hits things, it just have to adjust it according to your home.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Another question here, it's about vampire energy. Do you need to switch off the power button on a power strip to save from energy vampire issues? Or is it enough to just plug them into a strip and leave that strip on?
If I would turn it off, I think to me that's the point. You plug everything into the strip, then you turn the strip off. And that way now you're double protected that it's not drawing power.
Mhm. Yeah.
And many of the strips that you can get also have, the surge protection, and that's going to be a protection for your electronics anyway. And as I said, there are power strips where if you have one or two things that need to stay on, there's those plugs can stay live, but you can turn off the rest.
Yeah, I have one power strip just in my office like that. There's one plug-in, it's constant on. All the others, I just need to flick the switch so everything can be off. Then the always on is still on.
I'm amazed at all the different kinds of power switch or the power strips out there. For people that don't like smart plugs, they come with timers. They come with round, like, analog timers that you can, if you want to tell your child you got 30 minutes left on that, turn it to 30 minutes and then it will turn off the equipment.
Sounds fun. All right, I think Lisa, you answered all the questions here and haven't received a follow-up question about the mold in furniture.
We
All
can
right.
follow up.
Yeah, if you don't mind the follow-up,
Not at
like
all.
you have our email address here. Um, Even later, you can email us, and for just a little bit of clarification can help us answer the question better. Um, Before everyone leaves, I still want to show a few slides, and Lisa will still stay on in case you have any questions. Because I know typing takes a little bit time. You might be typing the questions here. Um, it just it's just a couple of slides before we conclude today's webinar. Just want to let you know before you exit, once you close the webinar, it will direct you to the exit survey. The exit survey, it's really not a survey to test your knowledge. It's really help us how we can improve Water Wednesdays, what kind of topics you will be interested. So we'll really appreciate if you can take that. And we understand we ask for your feedback a lot, but we do appreciate your time, all the information you can provide. Um, and just keep in mind, like if you want to win the door prize here, finish all the quizzes and the exit survey. So Lisa and I, we discussed, we understand the survey for this particular talk, the QR code, it might take a little bit time. That's not a requirement for you to win the door prize, but we'll still appreciate your feedback. And for the next month, so it's August, so we're really experienced for the heat. So next month, we'll focus on summer lawn and irrigation, how to manage water use and the lawn stress under this extreme heat. With that, we really appreciate everyone's time and also appreciate Lisa sharing all these wonderful information with us, how we can better manage our homes. So thank you very much, everyone, and we hope to see you next Wednesday, next Water Wednesday in August 19th. So bye.